It is now Tuesday, October 2nd. The issue was yesterday no internet, so I didn't get to talk about the homework. So I just kind of want to start with going over Monday night's homework and telling you, parents, people who are absent, a couple different things. So we started out with, these were the problems. In fact, in class, we did together about the first 4 or 5. We talked about two things, that with multiplying fractions, when they are just like this, it is kind of easy, because when it is a whole number, we got to turn it into a fraction. But it's fast and easy because all you have to do is put it over a 1. Because 5 divided by 1 is 5, okay? Now, once you have it, what I call all set up, you've gotten rid of all the whole numbers. We talked about yesterday that we can just multiply straight across, which is nice, it's easy, and then simplify, okay? That's really the whole thing, and I'm just going to kind of keep showing answers. This group, we probably did to about maybe 5 yesterday, maybe 6, maybe 4, a few more. How far are we making class? 6? Okay, so I'm just trying to ask. Some of them, like number 4 here, was short and sweet. We just got to go straight across. Okay, we talked about simplifying the top and the bottom. Okay, number 5, we talked about probably in class that you would have to put a 1 underneath it. Okay. And since in class, we probably did through 6, I'm going to kind of pull it up to about here and talk about the last part of the simplifying. The simplifying is the part that gets us, and we've got to know the different ways to do it, okay? This is the first way. So after multiplying straight across, we got to look and see, is there anything that can go into the top and the bottom? If the same number can go into it, then we divide it and simplify it. If it can do it again, do it again, okay? Sometimes, like this number 8, a lot of you, I need you to kind of look. If you made it to 33 over 4, you're there. You're just one step off. And all it is your top number is bigger than your bottom. You have an improper fraction. I need you to divide it out. I need you to literally do 33 divided by 4. I got 8 and 1/4 as my mixed number. Backwards check mark. 8 and 1/4. Creating that number. You okay? Okay. So that there's 2 ways to kind of simplify. Now, my friends who are here, listen. As we went through these, we got some big numbers. We got, I'll show you these. Let's see. Okay, so number 9, we got a 42 over a 7. Well, that's really not that bad because it was, even, and it just 6 times 7 is 42. We got weird numbers like 120 over 6. Okay. Today, and some of you might have been shown this last night by parents or older siblings, I'm going to show you a way to simplify before you get to the answer. And honestly, it makes it a lot easier, especially if you know your multiplication tables. We're going to simplify back. Let me kind of show you. We're going to simplify kind of back here, or in this part of the problem. We're going to simplify here or here. And that is going to make it where maybe we don't have to do so much simplifying with big numbers in the end. Okay? So, I'll kind of show you. Does anybody have a question? I don't mind. Here's 12 and 13. I think my 7th period group is a little scared because I'm recording. Listen, it doesn't matter. You can still ask me questions. Anybody? Okay. Since nobody wants to talk to me, I'm going to show you my trick. And I'm going to move it up And I'm going to kind of work on 15 in a different fashion. So if you'll kind of watch. You ready? Okay. Everybody see 15? Okay. It is the same exact problem. I'm just going to work it a different way. So, first step was, if it's like a clean fraction, like just 5 6 with no whole number, I can just write 5 6. Then I write my multiply, and I'm going to change 4 to 4 ones. Okay, but here's the part that I want to start today. I'm calling this, it's kind of goofy, but I'm calling it like the magic box. It's kind of like when you get rid of all the whole numbers. Right there, you have this magic spot that you can simplify as long as, and I have a weird thing, you simplify what I call a top and a bottom, a numerator and a denominator. So, if I do this top, I can either simplify that bottom or I can simplify that bottom. If I do this top, I have to either do that bottom or that bottom. You cannot do 2 tops or 2 bottoms. Okay? That's the trick. It is simplifying, it's just in the math problem instead of the answer. Okay? So I want you to look at this. Kind of ignore what's up there for a second. Look at just this part of the problem where the box is. Is there a top and a bottom that have something that go into them? What 2 numbers? 4 and 6. What number goes into 4 and 6? 2. Okay, so right there, you know it simplifies. 2 goes into 4 how many times? 2. And 2 goes into 6? 3. Okay. You just simplified in the math problem instead of waiting until the answer. And it makes the problem usually a little bit easier. Okay, so watch. What is 5 times 2? 10. What is 3 times 1? 3. Okay, top number's bigger. Can 3 go into 10? How many times? 3 times. How many's left over? 1/3. Look, I just want you to see the difference. You get the same answer. I'm trying to hold my paper down. Okay, you get the same answer. It's just that yesterday we went straight across getting 20 over 6. And then we had to do division and get it all freed up. Today, if we simplify that here, it makes it easier. And a lot of the numbers today, like you might get 132 over 86. Well, I'd much rather simplify the problem than wait till the answer. Okay? The key is, if you do one top, you either got to do the other bottom or this bottom. If you do this top, you either got to do this one or this one. You cannot do 2 bottoms or 2 tops. Okay? Listen, before you would circle a final answer, like 10/3 here, don't circle it until you make sure that the top number is not bigger than the bottom and nothing goes into it, okay? So, the only other thing that's new today is we're going to be working with not only what I call boring fractions and boring whole numbers, we're going to add in mixed numbers, okay? And I'm just going to kind of move this for just a second. It's not hard. You all have done this. In fact, I think we've done it this year. If you have a number like 2 1/3, which is a mixed number, like 2 1/3, we're realizing that we can't multiply 2 1/3. We're going to have to change it to improper before we can do any simplifying and multiplying, okay? But y'all have done this last year. Listen, think about the backward C. 3 times 2, 6. We would multiply that. What would we do here? Add. I knew y'all knew it. Plus 1, 7, and keep the 3, right? So that's going to be the only weird thing today is that if there's any whole numbers, I don't care if it's just 2 or 2 1/3, we got to get rid of the whole numbers before we can do any of the other math. I'm going to be honest, once again, like I've said 10 million times, to be honest, the more multiplication tables you know, this simplifying is just easier and faster. Okay? Everybody good so far? Okay. My quiet group after lunch. Okay. Well, you have out a piece of paper, and I'm going to actually use tonight's homework, just like I've done in my other classes, to teach you and to learn this. Okay? So, if you will have out one piece of paper, some of us, it looks like we need to fill up our binders with paper. Seems to be the same one. Yes, 1 second. So, yes.